Good evening. We will call our Thursday, May 7th, 2015 special meeting of the East China School Board. We will start with a pledge of allegiance, or moment of silence and pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is recognition of persons wishing to address the board. And Mr. David Hayes, we'll have you go right to the podium since we don't have a microphone out front. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is David Haynes. I'm with the Economic Development Alliance of St. Clair County, and I'm just here tonight to offer our support in any way for this project, either through the school district, through the city of St. Clair, and also with the potential developers. So we're just here to help in any way.
Thank you very much, Mr. Haynes.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is our information discussion items, proposed purchase of ECEC.
Thank you, President Bewer. The purchase and sale agreement that you have at your place tonight has been modified from the one that was in your board packet that was sent to you last week. Specifically, I'll point out three changes that I've been in conversation with Mr. Wolfson. At the bottom of page 1, in section I, it used to say there are lots of 11, and it now reads East China. That's a placeholder name for what the eventual property, if sold, would be marketed as. So whether that be however he names the building, et cetera, it's just a placeholder name.
Okay.
On the third page.
Steve, why
Yes.
is that change? I mean, we couldn't leave it the way it was? I'm just
Yeah, I
curious.
think in our conversation, it was to avoid confusion and questions about what
Okay.
does lots of 11 mean as
Okay,
opposed to.
that's fine.
Yep. On the third page, the last sentence in number 5, Mr. Wolfson is concerned that whether it be city, county, or state governments, he might run into a bit of a snag getting through all the permits and approvals, et cetera. And so he asked whether or not we would accept the opportunity for him to extend the investigation period 90 days if, for reasons of governmental red tape, for the lack of a better word. And so that was added as a sentence. So his intention is to certainly complete all inspections and studies within the original 180 days. He's just looking for the opportunity to not let this fall apart if indeed something like that occurs.
So this is 90 days in addition to 180 days?
Correct.
But only for governmental red tape.
That's
does,
the idea.
does it say that in there?
It does not, and certainly
No, it's
we can,
for any, it's,
yeah. You know,
as
and
worded,
that's the
it's-
intent, but certainly we can go back prior to signing, and if that is your intent, to try to work out different language with him.
I would think so. I mean, it's
yeah, because intent.
180 days is a lot of
6
time to do
months.
your due diligence
So now we're to,
in order to determine whether you're going to buy it or not. I can understand if there were governmental agencies that were putting a roadblock up that he had some hurdles to jump through, but I would see if we could put that language in there.
because we're with this, we're effectively then,
Going into the new,
we're locked up for 270 days.
Right, right.
It is.
9 months, yeah.
Which, if it does, because if I understand the way this is worded, I understand the intent, but it's for any reason that doesn't meet his qualification, his
Sure.
purposes, so.
Right.
changes his mind. In reality, he changes his mind, comes up with a reason, a valid reason, which one would be able to do.
That's understandable. He is coming into town again tomorrow to execute and sign, so we will work together to change, to clarify that language and make it specific to, for lack of a better phrase at the moment, governmental snags. How's that? Okay. And the last change is the original agreement when presented. It is on the signature page. We were to, the offer would have been revoked as of May 5th. For us to pull this special board meeting together tonight being May 7th, we extended this to Monday, May 11th, which gives us the opportunity to have the meeting tonight as well as have him in tomorrow to sign and work through. So that's the reason for that change.
Does the X on number 9, was that?
That
Just
is
a
for
type-
formatting, for
Okay.
formatting purposes. That paragraph really needs to go. It says 180, and then there's the number 180. There is no number 9 at that point. That's all part of section
8?
8.
Okay. All right.
Yep. That's formatting cleanup. Okay. I've also put at your tables tonight copies of board policies 7300 and 7310, which is the disposition of real property and the disposition of surplus property. The building and grounds would be referred to as real property. The contents that is in there, whether it be desks and chairs and other things like that, would be the surplus property. And so that would be what we would, as the administration, follow in order to ensure that we are following board policy if and when the sale is complete for the disposition of both the site and the contents.
And I understand he selected a title company that he wishes us to use, that he does on most of his investment purchases. And the parent company of that title company is Attorney's Title, and they have an office in downtown St. Clair.
Oh, wonderful.
So we could actually use that office as a start point.
Great. Another thing that I have put at your table, or your position tonight, is a copy of a lease between the city of St. Clair and what was at the time the school district of the city of St. Clair. This is prior to the merger of St. Clair and Marine City to form the East China School District. 1958, it is a 75-year lease for the pool that is on that property. From the school district to the city of St. Clair. And I bring it to your attention only as one of the many different things that we'll just work through with the seller, with the city, with our current tenants in that building. We have a lot of, we have work to do that we will be working as he's doing his due diligence are the same in order to support those who are in the facility right now or who use the grounds, so that with the assistance of either the purchaser or other entities in the city to continue those services.
And you have personally spoken with all the
Yes,
renters that we have in there?
I have.
Okay.
And I think one more thing that is not at your table, we found it this morning, and we are working very hard to try to find any and all deed documents for that facility. We know that there will have to be a title search, and as we were talking a little bit before the start of this meeting, it's not going to be the simplest title search in the world, because we found a document today. Actually, I'll say Ms. Weglar's found a document today. She's done a good deal of quality work in this area, on this project. Between the city of St. Clair and what was then called the Fractional Union School District,
Fractional union?
on October 16th of 1872.
Wow.
The facility, the property has changed hands several times, as well as the district's use and ownership of different pieces to the eventual ownership of the plot today. So, but I thought it was kind of, it's a great history lesson right now, you know, the Fractional Union School District in 1872. That's it for presentation of information at this time.
Comments? Questions from anyone?
Just a general question on the one list we've got. This pool is not functional.
Oh, I believe, yes, the
Is
city
it?
of St. Clair uses, it was open
It
this,
is on that-
it was
it is on
open
that
this past
property and
summer.
it is-
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
just unaware.
It was open this past summer, and yeah, absolutely. Mhm.
So the pool is part of the property?
Correct.
It's the school district's?
As I read through the purchase and sale agreement, one of the things that we would have to provide the, Mr. Wilson as the purchaser, all leases and other rental agreements that he would then have the opportunity to maintain, continue, renegotiate, or whatever those might be. But that is one of them. And so we want to work with him, and as I said earlier, the city and current users of that facility to determine either their ongoing use or new places for them to continue their programs.
How can we, in this
No,
six-month time period of his doing his due diligence, can we request updates from him?
Absolutely.
Maybe like every 30 days, give us an update as to where he's at, where he stands? Just so that we're not sitting in the dark for 6 months?
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, and I'm sure if he comes up against a roadblock, he's gonna contact us
Right. Yeah.
to see if we can help, so.
And it's not just updates potentially from Mr. Wilson, but everyone that I have talked to, whether it be Mayor Cedar in the city of St. Clair or Mr. Booth, who is the city manager? Superintendent, city superintendent, have welcomed the opportunity to talk about the project, and I'm sure would provide us updates as well.
Okay. Anything else from anybody?
Well, at this point in time, I would, as in Part B of the agenda, I would ask that there be consideration for immediate action. Specifically, need a motion to accept the purchase and sale agreement as presented.
So moved.
Support.
Moved by Mr. Kennegbauer, supported Mrs. Bebout. Additional comments or questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you very much.
And with that, we stand adjourned.